Hope you're doing well. Sharing knife with you. This is one of my partial Tang necker designs. This one is AEB-L. It's heat treated here in my shop. Comes out to 62 HRC. This one has linen Micarta and black G10 spacers. And as I've tinkered with my partial Tang design, I've settled on basically a 3-pin pattern. You have 2 pins through the Tang, and then 1 pin for just extra mechanical strength at the back. So this spacer here is butted up against the Tang using G-Flex epoxy. And then we have that 1 pin there. Now the brass pins were peened before they were flattened down. Nice little taper on the blade, but I've left it fairly stout. I'll weigh it here in a minute. I hadn't weighed it, and I haven't measured it, but it's very slim. Everything's nice and rounded, but I left the sides fairly flat for a flat profile, and also to keep it from twisting in your hand. Now, doing partial Tangs to me, to do them the way I like to do them, it's actually more work and a bit more tedious than doing a full Tang or even a tapered Tang. Because see the junction between the Tang and the spacer there, to get it dead on, you have to make sure everything is square. And then also, most of the time the spacer material is wider than your Tang, so you have to sit there and mill it down, and I have to do that basically by hand. I don't put in the final pin until I've actually got the knife put together, epoxied and dried. And once all that's epoxied and dried, and I have my dry, as far as epoxy dried fit, then I'll come back and I'll put in that extra pin and I'll epoxy it in. Knife's got a belt finish. It's been sharpened. I left it a little heavier at the tip. And then neck sheath. And what I did, normally sheaths, I bring the neck to about right here. I actually brought this neck longer just for a little bit of extra security. You don't want something hanging around your neck, you know, and the knife coming out. It's got a drain hole built in. So, whole little package came out nice. AEB-L is one of my favorite steels I've worked with as far as stainless goes. That and 14C20 in. So we'll be working another AEB-L necker here in the next day or so, and it's going to have wingate handles. Then I'll be doing some 01 necker or two and some belt knives. But there it is. So tell me what you think. Add to it. Here's going to weigh it. It's 2.4 ounces, and then we'll add the sheath up here. And then with the sheath is 3.3 ounces. So nice light package. And let's measure it for you real quick. It's basically 7.5 inches overall with 3-inch blade. So have a good one. Thanks.